Morning. Welcome to the Creative Mike Podcast. I am your host, Creative Mike, and today we are going to discuss our next Nigerian scam and the reverse psychology that was done to help this seller that was being scammed by some Nigerian artists up in Nigeria. This is the second time I'm running into this, and it's sad that I have to say Nigeria again because it is from Nigeria. It's one of those prince scams again, sending in money and getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. So let's start off from the beginning. So we're buying this property from this gentleman named we'll call him John, out of Virginia, and he was already sending out money to these scammers in the beginning. And we were just, letting him know, hey, we're going to buy your property. You don't have to send more money out. We're going to help you out. And we ended up getting to the closing table. And the buyer on the other end was supposed to close with us. We were going to do a double close. And this buyer was an investor as well. He was getting a good deal. And this property was in pre-foreclosure. And so while this property being in pre-foreclosure, he was supposed to wire in funds into the escrow account that his attorney's escrow account, and he refused to do so for whatever reason. It baffled me. He wanted us to fund the loan, do everything, even disperse the loan and record the loan, which we ended up recording the loan, showing him that the documents are recorded. He still did not send in the escrow funds. And in the end, this guy backed out and said he's backing out of the deal. And you know what he said? He said, you know what? This property is going to auction tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it at auction. The hell you're not. So, me being creative and everything. I get to work. Me and my team, we stopped the auction. Auction's postponed. Big shout out to my team. Big shout out to Dunkin' Donuts for this awesome protein matcha latte that they made now. Delicious. So this guy tried to screw us, right? You ain't screwing us, buddy. You're not screwing us. So we stopped the auction, and then the problem started. So the seller, he is already unhinged. He's 80 years old. We paid for a hotel for him. We paid for moving expenses for him, which cost us about $9,000. I know the first bill that they gave us was like 20 grand. I was like, what is this? Like, this is like insane. So it was $9,000 to put his stuff into storage. He picked the hotel. We paid for his hotel. We did everything. And then the fun started. So I immediately went to my hard money lender, my private money lender. I'm like, guys, I got this property. I need this thing done like immediately. And so at the same time, I'm dealing with this gentleman and I'm letting him know everything's going to be okay. But now he's back into this Nigerian scam thing. And so I talk to him, I call him. This is the first time I'm speaking with him. I say, listen, I'm the VP of the company. I understand what has happened to you. I can't stress this enough. We apologize. The buyer backed out last minute. Everything was going smoothly. You're going to get your funds. I am doing everything I can right now, and I'm setting up funding for you as we speak through our fund. And he's like, well, how long is this going to take? And this and that. And well, sir, it's going to take a few days. I need to first get the funding. I need to get management approval. And we have to do a few things because we're starting from scratch. But I promise you, I will work as diligently and as quickly as possible. And so he's like, well, I don't know if I want to sell my house anymore because I'm getting money. You're getting money? He's like, yeah, I'm getting like $400,000. Are you? I'm like, you have about $80,000 to reinstate this loan. When do you suppose you're going to be receiving these funds? He's like, oh, I'm getting them in time now. And I'm thinking like, oh boy, where are these funds coming from? So he's like, well, they're coming from this lady in Nigeria. They have this like box, and they have all it's just like this the weirdest stuff you could possibly hear, right? And I'm like, all right, so I'm like, you know what? Here's the thing. I am going to do this. If it's okay with you, I am going to I am going to tell management to keep the funding going, keep the process going, just in case you don't get your money, and we're gonna call you in a few days. Okay? And anything you need in between, please just let us know. If you need food, if you need more money for the hotel, whatever you need, just let me know. Okay? I am here for you. Anything you need, anything. Just here's my personal cell phone. You have my relationship manager's cell phone as well. We are here for you. And listen, I have until Monday to give management a yes or a no about this funding. So I'll give you a few days. So we call him. We call him on Monday. And he's like, well, I'm still getting this money. And then I'm like, okay. So I finished the conversation with him. And he calls me back. He's like, he texts me. He's like, I really need your help. I'm like, okay. So what do you need? He's like, listen, there's this money that's stuck. It's a lot of money, and the IMF has this money. I don't even know what the IMF even is. So I start playing this game with him, right? I start entertaining this game. And the reason I start entertaining this game is because I know he's going down a bad path. And so I'm like, really? So I'm like, so where's this money? Where's this money coming from? He's like, well, I've been talking to these people in Nigeria. They have some people here. They're telling me that all I need is a $400 Apple gift card. That's all I need. And if I give them this $400 Apple gift card, they're going to send me the money. I'm going to be able to buy back this house. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so we're out of contract. I have no documents signed. What do I do? So I'm like, okay, give me a few hours. Let me go to management. I'll explain to them the situation. Let me see what I can do. So I go to management. By the way, I'm the manager. Okay. So I call them back. I say, listen, I'm okay. They approve this Apple gift card that you're asking for. Whatever it is you're going to do with it, it's up to you. But they approved it. But before I can get you the Apple gift card, I need to have a notary come out to your home and sign some documents saying that if you don't get the money by Tuesday, we can purchase your house for the agreed upon amount that we had in the beginning. Now, mind you, this all stems from us obviously not closing, but also stems from these people continuously keep harassing and contacting this poor 80-year-old man. And so I say, okay, so I get a notary. I found a notary. This is something I do. I found a notary because he's 80 years old. He doesn't like DocuSign. So I found a notary. I'm like, hey, listen, this is the second time I'm sending this notary out there. So she goes out there and with documents of a hold harmless letter, which holds us harmless of any sort of litigation or anything like that because we're advancing funds. I make him sign a quitclaim deed, okay, just to protect myself because we're already out thousands of dollars. So in case he did change his mind, all I have to do is record the quitclaim deed and that's it. And then I could just buy the house for whatever I agreed with him upon, not a penny less. I would never do anybody wrong, even though I could take the house for free basically, right? Or whatever the mortgage balance is. And then I also have him sign an advancement notice that we advance the funds to him and he can use whatever the funds he wants for. And I also got this special document signed that title asked me to sign so they can be, which is kind of like a similar hold harmless letter for title because they were a little bit afraid of what was happening as well. Initially, when we did the closing, they did a favor for me. They recorded the loan and then the buyer backed out. I swear to God, like these types of buyers, I despise them. I honestly hope they don't get another deal ever again because all they do is they try to find loopholes, how to screw people. So if you're that kind of buyer, never contact me. Never even make an offer on any of my deals because I will blacklist you so quickly. And this industry is so small. And trust me when I tell you, social media is a powerful game. People reach out to me all the time and ask me about certain people. And you know what? I do have a little blacklist. So you better watch out. Don't screw people over or you're going to end up on the blacklist, on the Kreative Mike blacklist. And maybe when I get big enough, I'll post that blacklist and I'll tell the world what you did, because there's no reason for you to screw another person over. So anyways, he signs the documents. We give him this Apple gift card. I know personally it's not going to, he's going to lose that money, right? I know it, but I'm playing into the game because I don't want him to lose more. So we give him this Apple gift card and it's Monday. So he calls me the next day and he's like, you don't know what happened. Oh my God. You know, the guy that was supposed to get the Apple gift card, he said I sent it to the wrong person. And then his wife ended up in the hospital in the ER room. So never got to the IMF. I honestly, guys, I don't know who the heck the IMF even is. But I'll read you guys some posts here regarding this, right? So the IMF, check this out. This is kind of wild. This is like honestly, you can't make this stuff up, right? This happens to us on a daily basis. But then like you got to start being like psychological with stuff, because if you're just like crumbling when people talk to you like this or give you these kind of ideas or things that are happening to them, then you will never really win this game or ever help anybody to So let me read you some text messages here. This is pretty crazy. Let's see here. Let's have this here. Okay, this is crazy stuff, guys. Check this out. Okay, so I sent him this gift card, right? He's like, I have already been contacted by IMF and the security company that will deliver the money to them. Then I will be able to pay those $400 that yesterday got me stuck at a grieving man. I'm hoping this morning to count on you one last time. So this is a second message I received because that $400 that I sent went to waste, right? So now he's sending me messages. I say, geez, let him know that management doesn't come into the office until 9 a.m. Central. Once they make a decision, I'll let you know. He texts me back. I might have forgotten a couple things in my email, but late at night, it's difficult here and half dark. I understand your schedule, sir. All I hope is that I can be able to succeed without unexpected events taking place. By him, I'm dealing with the IMF, a very imposing and powerful acting place, having control over this money that can make or break me. And so Rudy sends me a text message about this IMF, right? And he says to this IMF, another day, how soon? I'm trying to get those $400 again and send it to the security company directly as to not repeat the problem today. The Nigerian scammer goes, we await your payment today. We need to know what time so we can book a slot for you. Rudy goes, I'm trying to get another help today, but I have to wait until the people back in Chicago, back at work, and most importantly, are willing to help me after that tragic death, the problem this man created for me. I will update ASAP. He texts me. This was the early IMF message this month. It's not easy to make a decision of this magnitude, but I hope still that I have your trust. Extremely difficult for me, nerve-wracking, because so much more than $420,000 depends on this. So this individual, this 80-year-old man, thinks that by sending $400 to somebody, he's going to be receiving $420,000. Now, mind you, at this point, I'm not going to send him $400. So he sends us over a picture about money being placed in some sort of box, right? And it's got like his name on it and stuff like that. The weirdest thing ever. It was sent to my transaction coordinator January. And so I come up with an idea. I'm like, listen, so I go ahead and I look at this picture, right, and all that stuff. And then I'm like, I think before I call, right? That's what I do now. I do this a lot. And I look at and I say, Let me see, Rudy, management came back to us. We ran the image and the phone number that you've been sending to us through AI. And through our system, we have concluded that this image has been going around all over the country, and that these Nigerian individuals are scamming hundreds of people with the promise of, first, that they're going to wire you the money, and then magically this money is going to appear at some sort of location in a box in cash. And I'm like, Rudy, I would honestly be doing you a disservice to send you more money for you to lose, because we're going to close on this house regardless. But all the money that I'm sending you is going to come off of your proceeds. And so I really don't want you to lose any more money. We've already ran this. We see this. They're scammers. They're scamming you. And Rudy, you're such a good soul. You're such a good person. I know you have a kind heart. I can tell. Me and January are here to help you. That's what we're here for. Let us help you. Let us purchase your home that we agreed upon. You'll get a good amount of money at closing. To be quite honest with you, Rudy, I will actually probably fly out to Virginia to meet you, maybe help you with some of these funds, because the last thing I would want is for another person to scam you or try to scam you again, because you're going to have quite a bit of money in your account. So Rudy's like, when can I get this money? So I have to calm him down again, right? I'm like, well, Rudy, we're probably going to close in about a week. Oh, that's too long. I'm like, Rudy, do you remember how I've bent over backwards for you by getting you a gift card approval, by doing everything for you, by making sure, everything's done, by paying for your hotel, by paying for your food, by paying for your storage, everything that I've done for you, right? I remember when I told you, you have to tell me, Rudy, because I have the funding ready, but I can't move forward with the funding until you say, hey, Michael, yeah, we're ready to go. Like, I'm ready. Let's buy this house. So now that you're telling me a yes, we need to get the paperwork all done. Oh, it's always about the paperwork. It's always about this legal stuff. You guys are always talking about all this stuff you got to do. He's like, I want my money. Rudy, listen, you're at a hotel right now. Just tell me in January whatever you need. I know you don't have a bank account, so here's what we're going to do. Creative thinking. I am going to whatever grocery store you have around you, whatever restaurants you want to go to. I will call, I'll pay, I'll buy gift cards for you, but I'll buy gift cards for you for those specific places so you can eat every single day. I'll also extend your stay at your hotel for another week until we close the loan. So Rudy is starting to let his guard down, okay? And now me and Rudy are starting to become more closer. He is a little bit unhinged. He talked about, to actually a lot of my team, he talked about ending his life many times, which was very scary. So when I talked to him, I reassured him about everything that we're doing. I told him, hey, listen, don't do anything bad to yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to help you get out of this. And so the moral of the story is, I use reverse psychology to help someone with good intentions. Because if I don't buy this house, this man loses everything, right? He gets nothing. He has zero money. He doesn't even have a bank account. And so now also, by doing the reverse psychology and playing into his game, into his world, he started to see that, hey, this is actually a scam. Because I've proved it, right? I've put the money out. I've given him the money. He sent the money. He saw they never got anything back in return. And then they're coming back and saying, well, give us this money again, and we're going to give you some kind of magical box by the bank or whatever. And it's just sad. It just saddens me, the world we live in. These third world countries prey on America, right, with these scams. And usually seniors get caught with. This is the second time. A third time, actually. One of my senior customers and sellers has been riddled with this scam. And if you're watching this and you're a scammer, know this: there's people like me behind the scenes that know what you're doing. Will play into your game for a little bit, but will not allow anybody to send you their whole entire life savings. As long as I'm in the picture, you won't get shit. You will get that little Apple gift card just so I can prove to them, because maybe they're too gullible, that maybe they're too honest people, and you're just a piece of crap out there preying on these poor retirees that are going through so many hardships, that are on fixed income, social security income. All they do is want better for their families. F you, man. F you. You're a sick, twisted individual to be doing this to these poor seniors. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about these scammers. I'm sick and tired of our country not putting an end to this, or bombing other countries, taking people away, but we don't talk about all the millions, I would bet it's billions of dollars, that's funneled out of people's accounts on a daily basis by scammers from third world countries, sitting in like these little scam rooms laughing at us that they just scammed the poor old lady out of $100,000 because they promised her that some prince has $1 million waiting, and he cannot open the bank vault because he needs $4,000 or $5,000. And once they get you, they get you. They give you these stories. They make up this. They almost like invade your mind with these like stories of to make you feel bad for them, right? And it's just like me, like I'm like, oh well, how can people fall for this stuff? Like I would never, right? But just like in sales, just like in real estate, I never put my mind into another person's mind. In this case, it's the same way, even though it's reversed, you know? Even though I'm not the seller, I don't know what motivation they're going through. Same thing, I don't know what motivation they have. They believe people. When you're good at talking, when you're good at painting pictures, you can either use your sales skills for the good, or man, if you're good at sales, you can use it for the bad. I'm talking about really bad, like these people are doing. Like these are corporations making millions of dollars. If you guys watched Beekeeper with Jason Statham, watch it. It will show you exactly what I'm talking about. There's literally Jason Statham in the movie called Beekeeper. There is a woman that gets scammed for like $2 million from her account. It's she called, she goes on Google, and they put a virus on her computer, and they call, and then they want to do a screen share with her, and then they open up her bank account, and they just scam her entire life savings, like $2 million. And then she kills herself. And then Jason Statham, he's like the CIA, like this, secret agent. And he goes and he finds these people, and he finds out that it's a company that all they do is they call with these fake IT problems. They do a screen share and they scam people. Yeah, James, it was a great movie. But the thing is, like, there was a message in that movie, but I don't think we realized what kind of message was in that movie, right? We kind of like, oh, okay, but there's so many people every single day losing their life savings to these scammers. Like, somebody's got to do something about it. We know where these call centers are. These call centers are in India, Nigeria. Like, if you guys go to Google right now, type in Microsoft customer service, there are a bunch of phone numbers that come up that's not even Microsoft, but you think it's Microsoft. You call them, and if somebody from India picks up the phone and it'll help you and tells you have a virus on your computer. Okay. And then they want to get into your computer, or they tell you to give them payment before they can do anything. And they'll put more viruses in your computer. It is crazy. I'm surprised, shame on you, Google. Shame on you for even like, you guys ban all this stuff on your search engine, but you know exactly what numbers are scam numbers on Google, and you allow those numbers to be on there. I'm honestly wondering now why. Why would you allow scammers? Like, you guys have so much money for this technology, but you don't have an auditor to go to type in Microsoft phone numbers and call those phone numbers and then remove them from Google search engine. You know, honestly, I just realized that like would you not want to do that? Why would you want to let people continue to get scammed all the time? You know, it's and you guys can put a stop to it. Google, if you're listening, if you ever hear this, I want to know why I can still get scammed on your search engine. Why can I get scammed on your search engine? Tell me why. Why do I get fake numbers on your search engine to put viruses on my computer through your search engine, through your powerful billion-dollar search engine? That's what I want to know why right now. But yeah, body brokers, very similar, different setting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, back to this story, right? So we end up now. I got a hard money loan approved. This buyer, which I'll call, uh, let me see here what I'm going to call him. I mean, I don't have to call him any bad names, but let's just call him Blacklist at this point, right? Blacklist. He was in this house from us for 400,000, right? We had it under contract for like 325. So I got this hard money loan, and guess what, guys? Appraisal came back yesterday on it, and as is value is 487,000. ARV is 525. So it's almost like, I guess, a blessing in disguise type of thing. This to get this deal from us, tried to go around us. This Blacklist actually went to the auction the next day to try to buy this property, to find out that it wasn't up for auction anymore, right? The idiot couldn't even go and fit on his own that it wasn't for auction. So he tried to go ahead and buy his property because he knew it was the next day. So he was playing a game. So I got his information. I got everything. He's blacklisted for me forever. Like, once you want something like that, like I said, we are a small world. You will, sir, know who you are at DMV. I might as well one day even say your name when my podcast becomes big enough, because no one else deserves your business. So now we have this hard money loan almost approved. We have a private money lender bringing in the gap funding. They're going to get paid they're going to get paid an awesome amount of money, because we're going to just relist the property. We've already cleaned it out. We did everything to it. We spent thousands of dollars on it. The buyer's going to walk away with a really good amount of money as well. We're going to get a nice property in Virginia, and we're going to just list it as is. At this point, we're going to own it, so I'm probably going to list it at 450, maybe 475, and start getting some offers in, because it is its home. And now, instead of selling for 400, we'll sell it for 475. We'll make more money. We'll recoup our investment. We'll help the person. And I'm really thinking about flying out there and meeting him and making sure he's okay, because when I'm talking to him, it doesn't seem like he's too okay. So moral of the story is, you know what? Just listen. People just have it. They're so set in their ways that you have to kind of go back a little bit and just agree with them, befriend them, and play into their game sometimes, because by playing into their game and using reverse psychology, as long as you're a person with good intentions, you will save a person. I'm telling you, I've done it many times, from bad things happening to them by using reverse psychology. And then I could sit there and I could say all day long, these are scammers. And he'll look at me like, oh, you just don't want me to have the money. You just want to buy my house, right? All that, right? That's what he would have told me. That's what he did tell me, right? So I'm like, okay, all right, let me lose a little to show him that these are not truthful people. These are not truthful individuals. And maybe if he didn't see this, guys, and we did close that day, and he would get all thousands of dollars inside his bank account or a check, maybe he would have wired or sent all the money to them, still thinking he was getting this surplus of funds of like $400,000, right? Maybe God came in and said, you know what? We cannot let this man go down like that. We have to help him. So we have to mess this closing up. You have to figure it out, Mike. You got to help this gentleman because he's still getting scammed. So maybe it was just for the best. Maybe God had a different plan all along. Sometimes you just follow God's plan. So, yeah. But with that being said, I want to wish you guys a fantastic day. Waking up in the morning before the sunrise has been a blessing to me as well. I've been pretty diligent and consistent with waking up at about 5:30, 6 a.m. Every single day, which is fantastic. There was a cool quote as somebody said, don't wake up to see the sunrise. Let the sunrise see you wake up. Has anybody heard that quote before? I think it's pretty powerful quote. Thanks, James. Have a great day too. Appreciate you, brother. So there is that, guys. It's about 8 o'clock Central Time. I need to get back to work. I got a lot of things to do today. I wish you guys a fantastic day. Thank you for following me. Thank you for all the support on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for believing and trusting in me when you're joint venturing with me. Really appreciate that. And I want to thank everybody that's been a part of my journey all along. And I'm trying to be a better man every single day, get 1% better. But it all starts from you. It doesn't start from any business. It doesn't start from anything that you're doing monetarily. It all starts here. It all starts from your morning rituals. It all starts from your nightly rituals. It all starts how you on your day, what you focus on. There's just like so many things that you need to work on yourself first before you can build anything or thing that's worth anything. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go and finish my Dunkin' Donuts protein matcha latte.
A few years back, I was just like many of you, watching others succeed, not knowing how they were doing it without traditional financing. Then I discovered creative finance and everything changed. By engaging directly with sellers and crafting innovative deals, I started acquiring my own properties without relying on my own capital. This approach allowed me to guide new investors to securing real estate properties using strategies like seller financing. It also allowed me to assist families that were in foreclosure by providing them a peace of mind and allowing them to move on to the next chapter in their lives. And lastly, acquiring cash flowing properties from day one without using any traditional bank financing. That's right, you do not need immense wealth to start in real estate. With the right knowledge and guidance, you can start your journey in real estate today. So if you're looking to get started in real estate and you're looking to learn or partner with someone like me, then reach out to me and let's do some deals together.
And as always, stay creative, my friends. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all.